Hi Sagittarius, welcome. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So Sagittarius, when I was meditating on the energy, well, first of all, let me say this. I did not intend on doing your reading today, but I had finished Capricorn's reading, and I don't know when I'm going to post this. I try to post them the same day I do them, but sometimes it's not a day or two that I'm able to get to it. So, but just for your information, I recorded Capricorn's along with yours. And for those of you who are confused, because this is a premiere, yes, the live chat is live, but this is a recorded video, right? So if you're wondering why I'm not talking back to you, that's why. But FYI, I do plan to start going live again on Sundays starting in February, so stay tuned for that, guys. But anyways, sorry, sidetracked. I was doing Capricorn's reading and I kept getting references to Miley Cyrus, which is she's a Sagittarius, to Sagittarius energy, right? And so I was like, okay, I feel called now to do Sagittarius. So here we are doing Sagittarius together. But what I was feeling was like this impulse, this push, this drive coming through for the Sagittarius energy. And it's just, it's motivating, it's inspiring, it's what you want to bring to this upcoming year, okay? The type of energy you want to bring to this upcoming year, Sagittarius. So yeah, I'm getting messages about like, take it easy to begin the year because it's going to ramp up and it's going to ramp up. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean that you're gaining momentum in the energy, and it's positive momentum as long as you can ride the positive train, meaning that you see the positive in it as it unfolds for you, because what is unfolding for you is on your path. Of course, you are never off of your path, but it's also for your highest good. And so that's something to keep in mind as we go through January and February to get us started. But I feel this energy is going to gain momentum throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, ride that wave, Sagittarius, ride that wave. Okay, so overall energy that I have out is the 8th house and the Sun card, which is Scorpio, Leo energy. Could be connecting with either of those, or have that in your own birth chart, or it's just simply the influencing energy. So this is highlighting the 8th house of intimacy. Ooh, sorry, big shift. Sorry, I'm not yawning because I'm tired. My energy just shifted. Anyways, you have the 8th house of intimacy here, and the Sun talks about the heart chakra. So it's a mixture of needing to pay attention to money matters, investments, opportunities that may be coming your way, and also at the same time prioritizing your heart, what's aligned for you, how you feel. There is 2 cautions here to try and avoid getting stuck or fixated on something here, Sagittarius, and allowing your shadow to take over your better half, okay? Sometimes this card can also talk about ego and childishness, so might want to be careful with that energy. Whoa! Holy throat chakra activation. Yeah, there's a lot of shifts and changes here. Okay, first of all, okay, there's something to deal with communication. And I got this in the Gemini, the same type of feeling in the Gemini reading, where I was having trouble talking. So definitely check out that reading if you have Gemini in your chart. But be careful not to over communicate or communicate while you're in your shadow during this time frame. There's a little bit of weirdness going on in the energy, okay? There's a little bit of iffy going on. And I don't feel this coming from you. This could be coming from a person involved in your situation or that's somehow impacting your energy, but take it as it resonates. It certainly could be you as well. But it's just like, these are polar opposite energies, okay? This is like 100% your shadow, and this is 100% your light. And you get to choose which direction you want to go in. I can tell you it's going to feel better over here, but that doesn't mean that that the shadow's all bad either. Sometimes we have to dip into our shadow in order for us to find our light, right? Sometimes we got to be negative and nasty to figure out we don't like the way that feels, and that's not who we are, and we want to be better, right? So there's those contrasting energies for a reason, and there's a reason why we're a mix of all of the emotions and not just one specific set of emotions. And that's because that's how you figure out who you are, that's how you grow, that's what makes you unique, that's what differentiates all of us from each other, even though at the end of the day we are all part of the collective, we are all connected, we are one. But yes, there's a paradigm shift happening here on an energetic level for you to be aware of, Sagittarius. And it could go one of two ways, and that's based completely on how you choose to perceive it and handle it. And like I said, be careful about communicating when you're in your shadow, because, you know, Sagittarius, you're a powerful zodiac sign, but you can be powerfully scary when you're mad, you know. I think all fire signs can, but, you know, you have that blunt type of vibe about you. So yeah, some of you, that you are suppressing something. There could be something also that you're keeping a secret. And why are they giving me the word remiss? Or I don't want to say secret. You're definitely, there's something here that's being kept to self. Okay. And until the timing is right. So let's see what that's about. Let's see what all of it's about. We're going to now go into the headspace and see what you have going on there. And then we're going to look at the heart space and see what you have going on when it comes to emotions and love. And then we're going to look at the likely future outcomes as well as a spiritual perspective. So you'll have the devil energy, Capricorn energy. How weird is that? Because I was just literally saying that reading caused me to do your reading. Then the death and rebirth card, Scorpio energy, 7 of Cups. What's the 7 of Cups about? Some of you are obsessively thinking about your future and changes and things that may be coming through. And it's like, I think that Sagittarius, that maybe you think that the more you dwell or focus on it, that's how you're going to find the answer. But that's not how you're going to find the answer. You're only going to find more to dwell on, more to focus on, more to worry about. And now it makes complete sense why, you know, I was inspired to come and do your reading. Go watch the Capricorn reading. I don't even care if you have Capricorn in your chart. You're going to resonate with it. I promise. But this is about like you have options here, Sagittarius, and you really could go in any direction that you want. But the hyperfixation on the they're saying connection. For some of you, this is a relationship or some sort of change that you want to make in your life. That's going to change relationships possibly, but take it as it resonates. There's some sort of change, period, that the Sagittarius energy seems to be circling around or fixated on, but not always in the best way. Sometimes you're approaching it in your mind from your good side, and sometimes you're approaching it in your mind from the problem-oriented shadow part of you. And it's creating a little bit of a mixture in your vibration, which could feel like mixed emotions, uncertainty, you know, ruminating thoughts, even stressful thoughts. And those are all signals and indicators that you need to do the vibrational work by stepping away from it for a little bit, allowing yourself a little bit of breathing room to kind of come back to your senses. And then think about, okay, what's next for you? What's next in a connection or within the job or whatever this is that you're looking to change. And be confident in your decision making. Some of you have trouble sometimes trusting your intuition or trusting your decision making because maybe in the past you have fumbled the ball, or some of you are coming from a lack consciousness, by the way. We'll get to that in a minute. But listen, we all fumble sometimes. Okay, that don't mean that we don't have the ability to bounce back, and that also doesn't mean that we ever did anything wrong necessarily, because again, you need contrast. So would you know the right answer if you never made the wrong choice? No, you wouldn't. If you didn't fumble a job or a relationship, would you recognize the real thing? Would you recognize, you know, what real love is if you hadn't experienced the opposite of that? You know what I'm saying? They're saying give gratitude to the mixture of your life because it's all serving a purpose for you, right? So it's encouraging too not to fear any sort of change or let yourself doubt yourself, okay? But to also do the vibrational work of getting ahead of your thought processes, Sagittarius. Some of you continually go to worry or to the problem before you go to the solution. And the encouragement is to be a little bit more solution oriented and more hopeful and less worried, okay? Yeah, sorry. All right, let's go deeper then into the emotional space. Love, what do you need to know there? The High Priestess, the Emperor, the Six of Swords. Why am I so thirsty all of a sudden? Thirsty. Some water. Where's my water? Hold on a second, guys. I can't take it. Sorry about that. I seem a little all over the place, don't I? Forgive me. Please don't click off though. Okay, like I have it together. But for some reason today, I feel like a little bit all over the place. Actually, I did not feel like this until I started doing your reading, if I'm being honest. I felt very organized in my element. So perhaps Sagittarius, you are feeling a little bit scatterbrained, all over the place, you know, bouncing back and forth between two extremes possibly. And that could be creating confusion as well. Some of you are confused as to like what's best for you. Well, ask yourself, how does it make me feel? When I think about that, how does it make me feel? And feel out a situation, okay? Give it time. Don't rush into anything right now. Give it time, feel it out, see how it goes day by day. In the emotional space, you're being intuitively guided here to, first and foremost, take good care of yourself. You're the only you that you got, and you kind of need you, right? So it's like there's this big message here about self-care, but also this card talks about developments and patience. There's something developing here for you, Sagittarius, that's going to grow momentum throughout 2023, and especially over the next 9 months, as this represents the Empress, which is getting ready to deliver on something. So it's like, be patient and have faith that whatever you've asked for is on its way to you, right? Just because you cannot see it, taste it, touch it, or feel it yet does not mean it is not real, does not mean it's not in the state of becoming, etc. And one of my favorite stories about that is from Abraham Hicks, which is one of my favorite spiritual teachers. And she said, listen, when the farmer plants the seed, does he wait for the crops to grow, or does he give it a few hours and then go dig the seed back up and then be angry because the seed did not give it what it was supposed to produce? No, the farmer knows you plant the seed, you wait for the seasons to go, and then it grows, and then you harvest. There's patience involved there, okay? There's timing, there's right timing, there's divine intervention involved as well. And the universe is saying you've planted your seeds, all right? And now you can patiently enjoy, in the art of joy, love, and positive expectation, enjoy the unfolding of it over this next year, right? Not in anticipation, not waiting for it to come and checking for evidence, not in stressing out over it and then trying to find a solution with your ego when your spirit has already planned the perfect unfolding for you. This is about stepping back, staying in the present moment, taking care of what you can control in one day and letting go of the rest, finding a way to feel good and trust that whatever it is that you have asked for is going to be received by you. That's what this is talking about. It's talking about moving away from the problem and into the solution. And woohoo, there it is. See, something tangible. It goes from the Empress to the Ace of Pentacles. Something that is developing spiritually and energetically, becoming a tangible, real reality. Okay, over the next 9 months. Over the course of the year. That's what I feel. Intuitively, you know that there's some sort of opportunity or change coming. So this is just confirmation for you. Spirit's trying to give you a little bit of breathing room here. Don't lead yourself astray with these doubtful thoughts, with this lack of faith, you know, by obsessing over the problem only to gain more problem and no solution. The solution's arriving. It's arriving. Be confident in that. Sagittarius. Wow. I don't know why every time I do like your spiritual readings, I'm always so like intense and in your face. It must be my Sag placements coming out. I don't know. I always am. I don't know why. I'm usually like, I notice like different energies based on the zodiac sign that I'm reading for. But for you, it's always a very intense message for some reason. So 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Let's go deeper. What else? The Emperor. Yes, the Hermit and the Strength card. First of all, I want to note that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the major arcanas out. That's why it's so intense. Heck yeah, that's intense. And it's going to feel a little bit intense too as we go through the latter half of the month is what they're saying. No, the latter half of the year. Okay. Take it or leave it. So you have options. This is kind of like not really being sure what the correct choice is and then kind of whittling it down or narrowing it down, right, to a few plausible options, or at least getting more clear about what you want to lend your time and energy to. And then it's like whatever you put your mind to, really, whatever you put your mind to will be successful. I was laughing because like there was a song that came through about put your mind to it, and then for some reason all of a sudden, this is just how my brain works, I heard you could do it, put your back into it. I could do it, put your back into it. Which, you know, that song's a little dirty, but that's what I tried to push it away and then it came through anyways, whatever. Yeah, you can do it, Sagittarius. Like, this is having the keys to success, having the confidence to move forward, feeling more in control, of having also spiritual evolution happening here, enlightenment happening, that is definitely making you stronger, right? Wiser, right? More in control than you've ever been before. And therefore it results in feeling success and receiving some sort of success, right? Getting some positive affirmations from the universe, things going your way, dipping more into this essence energy, into this sun vibe, and moving away from this shadowy energy where maybe you're very suspicious and looking for the problem. And careful with that, Sagittarius, as you could hijack the energy, and this could go in the opposite direction. So if you remember at the beginning, there was a choice that you have. You always have a choice. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go with the shadow, or do you want to go with the light? I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be a mixture of the two, you know, as we start out the year. because there is still some things for you to weigh out, for you to feel out, and it may trigger you, okay? It may trigger some of your shadow, but don't beat yourself up over it. It's all right. Just go back into the light. You have a bad day, that's fine. Bounce back the next day. You have a bad moment, okay, whatever, you're human, so be easy about it. Be easy on yourself. That's what the encouragement is. And as you learn to be more connected, it's like there is something developing here that's about to become a reality. Some of you, it could be as soon as the next 30 days, but I feel like this is a process. You're going through some sort of process this year, and it has to deal with your heart, intimacy, and how you express yourself, but also creativity. But all of it's lending to and coalescing with all of the other desires that you have put forth to the universe. And it's like it's beginning to intertwine now to where you're getting ready to see some tangible proof of the vibrational work that you've done through manifesting something real. Real love. I'm talking about that real love. Some of you, it's real love. Others of you, it's the real job, the real home. Some of you, it's all of the above. Blessings might come crashing on to you. It just depends on where you've been at vibrationally, Sagittarius. But you get to choose. You always get to choose. You have free will. All right, so let's see what the law of attraction has to say. It says, how wonderful I am. We're wanting to awaken within you the memory of how wonderful and good you really are. Believe in your worth. This says, whatever abundance I seek is mine. It is law. Whatever I desire and then allow, I must experience. There is no exception. As I hold myself in vibrational alignment with my desires, I will experience the fulfillment. And this says, the universe knows me and adores me. If you will allow it, you will feel the love that flows to you and through you at all times. You are always seen and always understood and always loved by the universe. So all of these are kind of reminders that you're good, you're worthy, you're loved, you're source energy in a body, you're an extension of God, you are blessed, you have never been anything less than that. No matter how much the humans around you have convinced you otherwise, you are not flawed. There is nothing wrong with you. You've not done anything wrong. You're a human experiencing a human experience with spiritual support and guidance all around you that completely unconditionally loves you and adores you. And all you need to do is awaken to the remembrance of that, because that is who you really are. Okay. So, zodiac signs you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. You have Leo, you have Scorpio, Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, Aries, Taurus. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind that it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't yet, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Sagittarius. And until next time, my friends, namaste.